I'll quickly tell you how I started doing full body, right? And this was well before it became a trend on TikTok. So I didn't even know about all this leverage, biomechanics, physiology stuff that's big on TikTok right now. Because I basically stopped being an online coach in 2022. I moved to Spain for a job. And, I checked my socials a little bit on my gym account, but barely ever. And the last thing that was sort of trending when I left was sort of Mike Israetel. He was sort of leading everything, stretch mediated hypertrophy, volume. Trained by JP was leading it in the UK as well. She had sort of two camps. She had Trained by JP, super high intensity, low volume. And then you had like Mike Israetel, moderate intensity, tons of volume, right? And then I come back 2 years later, I start doing online coaching again. And I come across these accounts that are pushing full body with very, very minimal volume or upper lower. And I'd already been doing it all of 2024 and I'd just done it by chance, right? So I've got sleep apnea and I had it before I got big. But constantly people were saying to me like, it's because you're big, you need to lose weight, lose the muscle. Got to a point where I just couldn't function. I was not doing my job that well. And I was like, right, it's time to not only lose loads of fat, lose loads of muscle as well. Because there was a potential it was my tongue that's causing the sleep apnea. And you can shrink your tongue by losing fat and depleting glycogen, which would just come from dieting and from losing muscle in general, yeah? So anyway, I was like, right, I didn't want to obviously lose all my muscle, but I wanted to downsize and look good. So, and my summer job is very intense. It requires a lot of energy and focus. So I was like, right, training definitely zaps me my energy and focus, and training sort of holds on to my muscle. So I dropped everything down, volume, everything you can imagine, right? To training, literally, when the summer got going, from May onwards, I was training. I was meant to go twice a week and do full body, but very often I'd only go once. And I'd only do 1 to 2 sets per muscle. I've already done a video on this ages ago, back in October, like a workout video. And I was surprised at how even 1 to 2 full body sessions a week, mostly one, that I was maintaining a lot of my muscle and I dropped everything down significantly. Not only that, that's when I started to realise, wow, I'm literally in and out in 30 minutes, 1 set per muscle. I do it once a week and I'm looking great and I'm not running anything, really. I was like, whoa, there's something to be said. Like every year I've tried less and less volume and every year I've been getting the same effect but with less volume. And I've been feeling better outside the gym. You compare that to like the hour and a half workouts I used to do on pre-workouts. You'd leave the gym in absolute bits. You'd go home, eat your meal, that's it, you're flat on your back for 2 hours. Let alone go home and do a sales job where you've got to be switched on mentally and sharp. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, that's how I started doing full body. And then I come back and see all this stuff about how full body is the best. Don't get me wrong, there's always been arguing between which splits are best. But obviously now, high frequency splits, the science is clearly showing they're the best, especially if you're natural. But obviously, when you're enhanced, it's still going to be the best. Enhanced just makes the results better. So that's how I ended up doing it. So, and I've still got a lot of friends that are like, oh yeah, I see what you're posting. It does make sense, but it doesn't feel like enough for me. And I'm like, you're natural. You need higher frequency. When you're doing bro splits as a natural, you're only growing for 1 to 2 days because you killed the muscle. You're probably not even growing for those 2 days. You're just recovering. And the next 4 days until you hit that muscle again, or 5, you're literally just atrophying. Anyway, rant over.